is Monday, September 8th, and is my last day before university starts. So today I'm doing a bunch of getting ready stuff. This is gonna be a vlog for my first week, but since today I don't actually have class, I'm going to do I'm about to go to the grocery store and do some meal prepping. I'm gonna pick out my outfits for this week. I'm gonna pack up my bag and make sure I have everything ready and go back over the pre-reading that I did. But that's kind of my agenda for today. And then I have one class a day for the next 4 days of the week. And I'm gonna have a lot of self-study to do, stuff like that. So I'm really excited to start. But right now I'm about to go to the grocery store because I want to start meal prepping, and going to the grocery store is the only thing I need to leave the house for. So I thought I would do that first. So I'm just gonna go ahead and head over there and get some stuff for meal prepping. And then I have a bunch of meals I think I'm gonna make. I'm definitely 100% I'm gonna meal prep. I'm gonna make batch pancakes and batch enchiladas. So I'm gonna do that. And then I have plans for things to do with chicken, beef, stuff like that. And then I'm gonna pick out outfits, make sure they're all clean, set up, and ready to go for this week. But that's the plan for today for this week. Just arrived back from grocery shopping, but I have just arrived back from the grocery store. I got so much stuff, and so I'm about to make enchiladas. I'm about to make pancakes in batch so I can have that for breakfast and dinner most of the days of the week. The only problem is we don't have measuring cups. So for the pancakes, I honestly think I've made them enough times to eyeball it into what I need it to be. And pancakes aren't very hard, so I feel like it'd be fine. And then for the enchiladas, it's a little I have a little bit more wiggle room with enchiladas because cooking is less precise. So I think I'll just pick teaspoon, tablespoon. Yeah. And so I'm gonna do that. I have beef that I'm doing for the enchiladas and beans for the enchiladas. And the problem was the recipe for the enchilada sauce calls for vegetable broth, but they didn't have any. I literally asked and they didn't have any, so I got beef broth. But I think it'll be okay because then there's gonna be beef in them as well, so it's not gonna be a weird taste crossover, I hope. But yeah, so that is the next plan of action. I rented the Phoenician Scheme to watch, and then I didn't get to it the day I ordered it, or yesterday, so I need to watch it today before my rental period expires. So I'm gonna watch that, and I'm gonna cook. And so after that, I'm gonna go pick out outfits, and then I'm going to pack up my work bag, my school bag. I'm wondering if I should go pick out my outfits now so I can wash them, because I think it's supposed to be sunny, but I'm really nervous about them not drying in time. But I think I might actually I'm gonna go pick out outfits, then I'm gonna cook, because I'm gonna wash the outfits I wanna do, put them on the drying rack, and because it's supposed to be sunny enough today, so I'm hoping I can do that. And then if it really doesn't dry, I'll blow dry the outfits as I need to wear them. So yeah, that is my update. Sorry for that being so long-winded, but yes, pick out outfits, wash them, cooking, packing bag, washing machine. With the pancakes. I think this is 12 or 13. So I have enough for breakfast for this like whole week, and then I worked into my meal plan that if I do run out, I'll just make eggs and toast. And so now I'm going to start on the enchiladas. I got the spices and stuff for it while I was at the store. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna start with. I just finished doing all of the cooking and putting all the groceries away. So I did the enchiladas and I did the pancakes, and then later in the week, like some of the other ideas I have like chicken Caesar salad and like French toast and stuff like that, but I feel like that's less like meal preppy and like easier to make like right on time. I also bought at the store like little burger patties, so like I'm gonna make those, and I bought little like kind of pre-made falafel balls and little like tater tots. So those are like things I can kind of make more easily on the spot. But now I'm watching some YouTube. I watched the Phoenician Scheme while I was cooking this morning, and it, I think, is the funniest Wes Anderson movie I've seen so far. I really, really liked it, and I love his movies, and that one was so good. And so then my clothes are still drying outside, and I'm waiting for those to be done. I have all the windows open because while I was cooking, when I was making the enchilada sauce, I was like putting the stuff in the pan and it was steaming up the room so bad. I had to open everything. I was like inhaling the steam. It was so bad. But yeah, so I have all the windows open to like air it out and to get the wind flowing for my clothes. But then I was sitting and I was like editing parts of the vlog, and I just hear someone start yelling out my front window, and I'm like, what, like he's just yelling like random like curse words, and I'm like, what's going on? And so I peek my head out, and he's just like looking at one of the bike racks that's out there, like, So I think somebody stole his bike, low-key. Like, I think someone took his bike. He was with, I think, like, it looked like he was with a friend in a car, and then his bike might have gotten stolen, but I was like, that is wildly tragic. But yeah, so for the rest of the day, I am going to kind of sit for a minute after doing all the cooking, and then I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to look over the like readings that I had and the notes that I took, because for my living information class, which is on Wednesdays, so like we have a hot minute, but we had to take notes on part of a chapter and then do whatever it's called. We had to watch like these two films called Life in a Day that are on YouTube, but I just did that way earlier in the week, so I would have been stressing like somebody's business if I hadn't. So I want to look over that so I remember it. Then I'm gonna pack my little tote bag. This is the new one that I got for school. It's so nice. I took this to the beach with me yesterday, but it has a little keychain. I got this pencil case that has all my like little obs, pencil stuff in there. But that is kind of the agenda for the rest of the day. I'm gonna relax for a little bit because I want to. I may make a little snack because I'm kind of hungry after all that cooking. But yeah, that is what I'm gonna be up to for the rest of the day. Okay, hello. I just took a shower and then dried my hair. So now I am going to look over the like little notes that I took for the chapter we had to read. So the textbook that we're reading is only for one of my classes, for living information. Which notebook is this? I did buy all my notebooks look the same, so I need to find some way to like separate them so I know which is which. And so I was able to get the textbook just on my iPad, so I just kind of have that like pulled up. And so I had done, because when I initially took the notes, I hadn't done school supply shopping yet. So at one place to have them, I had literally, just taken the notes on like just like these random sheets of paper, and they looked really rough. But I'm someone who studies very well with like well organized notes. So I went in and I like took them again just in like a more organized, like easily readable style. But it was like I was able to create like just kind of some, I would say short, because it's just like 2.5 pages worth of notes to simplify a 23-page chapter. And so I find that easy to go back over and study. And then we also had to watch these 2 films and about they were Life in a Day. So it was basically just in 2010 and then in 2020 these like filmmakers sent out a call for clips of people during their day, and so I just like took some online notes of that. So I'm just gonna look back over that stuff just to refresh my memory, and then after that I'm going to pack up my bag. So yeah, that is kind of the next few steps, and then that's pretty much it. My clothes aren't done drying yet, so that I still need to pull. I need to let them dry and then pull those in, and then I'm gonna figure out like what do I want to do with my hair, like what accessories do I want to wear, like fun, like last day of summer things. So that is it for, that is like the plan for this season. Just woken up on our first day of university. It is now just about 8 o'clock. I got out of bed around 7:30 and made my bed and just kind of sat for a minute to wake up. Yeah, so my class starts at 11, but me and some friends from my intro week group are going to meet up a little bit early so that we can walk into class together, because just to ease our nerves, and we're all in this first class together, which is so nice. So we're gonna walk into that together, and so for now I'm gonna go make some breakfast and like watch a YouTube video to like get calm. And then once I'm done eating, I'm gonna go and like kind of get ready. I'm gonna do my hair, get dressed. When I picked out my outfits yesterday, I picked out 4 outfits, one for each day of the week, but I didn't like assign each one a day of the week. So I am trying to figure out like which one I want to wear today. So I've narrowed it down to 2, and I think like I just want to figure out like what I want to do with my hair, and then what I want to do with accessories, and that will help me like figure it out. But yeah, I'm gonna be able to sit with my friends, which is really, really helpful, like going into it knowing that I have friends to kind of be with. But yeah, so this class is from 11 to 3, and so it's a really long one. But I'm really excited, but very like nervous. I feel like there's that like nostalgia of the first day of school, but this time it's so different, and it's very like different to think about, and so I'm very excited. But yeah, so I'm gonna go make some breakfast. I'm gonna have some of the pancakes I made yesterday, and I'm gonna start getting ready, but I'm very excited. actually going to get heading out in just a few minutes because I was just texting in our like group chat for my Anxiety Week group, and I was like, where do we want to meet to like walk in together since we're all meeting like a little bit early. And our mentor was like, oh, by the way, like the main entrance that you guys have all been like going into for events is closed, so you'll have to go in. She said like you gotta go in through the school through the back, and I'm like, I don't know what that means. So I want to leave a little bit earlier than I was initially planning on so that I can like have a little bit of extra time. One of my friends and I are gonna meet. Like I texted her, I was like, hey, like where exactly are you meeting, because I look, you don't know where I'm going. And so we're gonna meet outside a library that like I know exactly where that is, and we're gonna meet right there. She said that she knows the way in, so hopefully we get everywhere on time. So I am just gonna put, because I was watching YouTube, at my Mac in my bag. I'm gonna put on my rain jacket because this is supposed to rain, but I'm not entirely sure what it's gonna look like because it's definitely cloudy out, but it doesn't look like really dark clouds, but I do not want to be risking that. So yeah, we're about to head to our first class ever at university. I'm very excited, but yes, that is kind of the plan. My class runs till 3. It's, yeah, like I said earlier, it's a long one. And then I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing after. I feel like it's likely me and my friends will maybe get coffee or a snack afterward, but other than that, I think I'll probably come home and relax after such a long class. I'm curious if I'm gonna get any like homework or anything like already right off the bat. So we will see.
Driving. Yeah, but like the rain is fine. Very hard to.
Okay, so I just got home from my first lecture. It is currently 3:55-ish. And so after the lecture, we went to Primark because one of the girls in my group needed to go get a laptop bag. So me and a bunch of the girls and one of the guys in our group all went to Primark together. Oh my gosh, my hair looks so disheveled. I've echoed in the rain. But we went over to Primark and we just kind of like hung out. We talked, we walked over there and then walked back. But the lecture was so nice. So this lecture is 4 hours. It's very long, but like we learned that it seems like it's so long because we do some kind of viewing in class, but it seems like that's not every class. Like on the classes when you don't do a viewing, the lecture isn't actually 4 hours. So it seems like hopefully they'll either let you leave or let you like work on work like for the class and stuff on times when you're not doing that, which I think is really, really nice. And so we did that. And so the first kind of like half of the lecture time, they talked about the class and like themselves as the lecturers and like the like big things you're gonna do about like the exam and like the way class is structured, which is really nice. And they said this particular lecture they talked for about 3.5 hours, and so they said that normally they won't like talk for as long because they will be kind of talking and giving the lecture, and then that'll only be about 2 hours. But it was a little bit longer today because they did an introduction and a lecture piece. So the second half they did an actual lecture piece, and that was like, it was about people. We learned about some semantics, was like the main beef of the lecture that we got, and it was about like 3 guys who helped build the field and stuff like that. So it was really, really interesting. And then that was kind of it. It was really nice because also they say like in regular lectures, you're gonna get like 1 15-minute break in between the lecture and the viewing. This time we got 2 because they were talking for so long. So like I was able to go out, like I got a little cookie, a little juice. It was just really nice because they have a cafe right outside, like in the building the lectures are in. So that was really nice. But it was the crazy part of this day is as I get back to my bike and I go to pedal, and the pedal is just like, they go with no resistance. Like I'm not going anywhere. They're just like going with it. And so I look down and the chain is like off the wheel, and I'm like, oh my god, like what am I gonna do? Like the chain isn't on the gear. I try to like do a quick fix and it's like it's not working. So luckily I was still right by the campus, and the main entrance to the campus is like kind of like a tunnel and then you go in. So I just went to that tunnel where it was like covered, and then I'm standing there, I'm trying to put the thing back on. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm getting this like black stuff from the wheel. It's like wet all over my hand as I'm trying to put it there. And then there was this guy who was also in the tunnel who had seen, and then he came over and he was like, hey, like I actually work on bikes. Like,
do you need help? I was like, please help me. Yes, I would love help. And so he helped me, he literally helped me put the thing back on, like the chain back on the gear. Even though the mud cover was in the way, so it was like harder to put back on. And then like he told me why it was broken. He said that just like he told me he didn't know why it was broken particularly, but he said one way I could stop that from happening again is like don't change my gears too often and make sure I like only change my gears when pedaling and stuff like that. So I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Like you actually saved my life, saved my day. And so then I like biked home when it was raining, and I was like, honestly, like I can't even be mad about biking home in the rain because I could have not been biking at all. So it was so kind, and it was like I was like, wow, this guy was very helpful. And so now I'm back at the apartment, and yeah, I'm about to go make lunch. I'm gonna call my parents later. But yeah, that is how my morning, my first day of university lecture has gone. I forgot to say in the last clip that I did, but I did actually have a few readings and a vocabulary kind of key terms sheet to make. So I spent quite a while doing that. I took some notes and kind of went over some stuff. Some of the things that we were doing was a little bit confusing. So I did some extra, watched an extra video, read through some of it twice and try to take well thought out notes. And then tomorrow I'm going to go to the library after our lecture with Laura. So hopefully I can kind of talk through part of it. And then I'm going to ask our lecturer questions during our seminar, because there were some key concepts where I was they were quite vague. So I was a little bit confused. But that was pretty much all I did this afternoon. I made dinner. So I made lunch. I made a grilled cheese and stuff, and then I ate. And then later at 7:30, I made some of the enchiladas that I meal prepped yesterday. Very good. And then I'm kind of trying to figure out if I want to watch anything or if I just want to go to bed. I'm pretty tired. And tomorrow I have a 9 a.m. and I need to be there a little bit early. I know I'm meeting Laura at, I think 8:45, so we can walk in together. So that is that. I think I'm probably gonna go to bed soon, watch some YouTube, and then head to sleep. But tomorrow I have living information, which is what I had to do some pre-reading for in our textbook. And then that lecture is only 2 hours long. But I checked the weather and it looks like it's supposed to get partly cloudy at some point. So I'd like to go to Vondel Park or just somewhere, kind of walk around, get some fresh air. But that's kind of the plan for my night. And then for tomorrow, I don't really know if there's anything else that we're doing, but that is kind of how today has been. I'm probably going to sleep. Tuesday, September 10th. It's just about 6:20, and so I just got up and I went and I washed my face, but I'm trying to figure out how I want to do a routine on these days when I have a 9 a.m. because I like to not have to rush in the morning, so that's why I'm getting up at 6. But so I'm deciding do I give myself longer to lay in bed, or do I just get kind of right up like I did today? But so I think I'm about to go either do my makeup or go make breakfast. I think I might make breakfast and come in here and watch some YouTube until 7, and then 7:15, and then do my makeup, do my hair, put
my outfit on because I'm hoping to leave the house around 8:15 because like 8:15, 8:20 because I'm again meeting some friends a little bit early for our lecture, so I'm hoping to be there around 9:30, 9:45. So I think that's how I'm gonna run it. I think I'm gonna go make breakfast and then like get ready, and then I'll leave around like sometime before 8:30 so that I can get there in time. But that is my little plan for this morning. Today I have living information, so I'm excited because I know we met the lecturer for this course at our orientation last week, so I'm excited to see him speak. But afterward, I know I said this last night, but me and Laura might go to the library. But that's kind of all I have planned for today, so because we're in the library and I'm trying to discreetly vlog. I'm here with Laura right now, but she is going to the restroom and the rest of the group is grabbing coffee and then coming to meet us. But this lecture was really, really good. It was kind of just like almost a recap of what we did in the first chapter. So I had pretty like these notes that I had are pretty much what we learned. And so he just gave like some new like examples and stuff. Like that's what I took here. But he was a really, really good lecturer. I really liked him. He was funny. He was a lot more dynamic than the other ones. But there's some homework I need to do for media aesthetics. Just some like I want to go back over what I learned because there were some concepts that were a little bit like I didn't fully get them, so I want to talk to the group about them. And then I have, I think, reading for living information, and yeah, I just want to get ready for the media aesthetics seminar tomorrow, so not too much. So I just got back from being at the library, which was super fun. It was with like a really large group of us. I think there were like 9-ish of us, which was really nice, like just to be able to study with people. And so right now it's just about 2. And we locked in for like, our class ended at 11, and we locked in for like an hour and a half, and then we kind of did start, I'm plugging in my devices, I'm grabbing chargers. We did start like just kind of talking after a while, and so then I decided to come back to my apartment because the room we were in, it was just kind of like these little like layered benches. There weren't any desk space, so it was kind of hard to focus, and so I just came back to the apartment, and then I was biking home, and I'm like, it's so nice. Like, it's only 2. I only have some readings to do for living information because I did all of my media aesthetic stuff last night. So I'm like, I'm going to go to Vondel Park, and I'm going to walk around for like an hour-ish and then come back and then finish my readings, which I already started. So I think I just want to, you know, get some alone time in and read while I still have the time and while it's nice out, because I know these days are fleeting with the sun. So yeah, so I'm gonna go do that, and then I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna make some food and do the rest of my readings, which I know are gonna take kind of a while because I got like a third into my first reading, and then I have one other after that, but they're kind of long. So that is kind of the plan for now. Yeah, I'm excited. It's so gorgeous out, this little breeze, it's sunny, so yeah, I want to go walk around. I heated up some fries and made a turkey and cheese.
And then I changed into more comfy clothes. My walk was so nice. It's so gorgeous outside. It was like 68 and sunny with a nice breeze. It was really, really nice. So I'm gonna just get all comfy, like take off all like my accessories, and then I'm gonna eat real quick before I start on my work, because I like can't really eat and work, especially because I'm doing notes and like this stuff has grease on it, and then I get the grease on the paper. So I'm gonna do that real quick, and I'm gonna get into my readings that I have to do. So that's all really I have for the rest of the night. I don't have any plans or anything for this evening. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and eat. I think I'm gonna watch some YouTube while I eat, and then get back to locking in on my studying. Just past 9 o'clock right now, and I finished studying around 6ish, and so after that I cleaned up my room, I put everything away, and then I went and I did dishes for like what I'd made for lunch and stuff, and then I came and I sat in bed because it was the first time I gotten to lay down like since like this morning. First time I got to sit in bed, and I'm like so tired for some reason. So it's just about 9 right now, and so if I want to keep repeating myself. So I'm probably going to go to bed relatively soon. Tomorrow I have my first media aesthetics seminar, so me and then Laura and one of the other girls from our seminar are going to meet up together and have coffee beforehand, and then we're going to walk in together. But that's really all that we're up to for now, and what we're going to be up to for the rest of the night. I'm hoping tomorrow will be similar weather as today, where like it just didn't really rain very much. So, but yeah, I'm really excited to do the seminar. I'm excited to ask some of the questions I had about some of the readings, but that is all we're doing for now. I'm just laying in bed. I might play my iPad games, I won't lie. But yeah, I'm excited to go to bed. But yeah, see you in the morning. Good morning. I just woke up about 15 minutes ago. It's about 7:30 now, and it's now Thursday, September 11th, and this morning I'm not entirely sure what my plan's gonna be before I have class. I have a tutorial group today, but it doesn't start until noon, so me and 2 of the girls I met in our introduction to the tutorial group last week are gonna meet up at 11 at the coffee shop on campus, just to kind of hang out beforehand. So I'm probably gonna leave the house around 10:45. So I'm not exactly sure what I want to kind of get up to until then. I think I'm probably gonna go make breakfast in a little bit and then watch a YouTube video, my morning ritual, and then I'll probably get ready. I have like an outfit picked out. I need to figure out what I'm gonna do for like hair and makeup and stuff, but yeah, I think after that, I don't know what the weather's supposed to look like today, but right now it doesn't look bad, so I'm hoping I could go by the park again today. And then I don't really know how the homework's gonna work, because I finished my media aesthetics homework on Tuesday when we got it, and then I'm going to a media aesthetics tutorial group where I'm assuming we're going to talk about that content and what we learned about in class. And so I'm not entirely sure if we're going to get more readings after this, but I know that if we don't, I finished my living information ones yesterday, so I should have, if we don't, I'll have a free afternoon, and if we do, it'll just be some reading. So if it's not raining, I'll probably go to the park anyway. But yeah, maybe I'll see if there's anything fun me and my friends can do this afternoon. I know next week Offscreen is doing a trivia night that we all signed up for, so there's that. But yeah, I'm really excited to do this tutorial group. It's in a really nice classroom. When we went and checked it out last week, I loved the classroom. But yeah, that's kind of the plan for this morning, for the rest of the day. Yeah.
Thickening and not growth, and the result they suggested was rooted in their week
for my parents. Shakespeare, I wonder. I hope she's okay. It's a
Hello. So I just got back from my day of classes and stuff. So today I had my first tutorial group. And so it was at noon, but I met up with Laura and Deja an hour early, and we just kind of like stood around the little cafe that's at the university, and we just kind of talked for a while. And then at noon we went up to the tutorial room. I don't even know which ring that was that came off, but one of them came out. And so then we went into the tutorial room, but I love that classroom. It's like they're really big windows, and it was nice out today, so like you got to see like the blue sky. It was really nice. And so we just kind of went over the chapter in the reading in the lecture that we had done on Tuesday, and just kind of went over that lecture and then the readings we had to do for it, and we talked about that. Honestly, my group seems really, really cool. Everybody was asking like really, really good questions, and it was fun to have those conversations. And then we got some like new examples, and I got to clear up a lot of things I was confused about from the readings. And so that was really nice. And then so after the tutorial, it was noon to 3. Our tutor said normally they end 30 minutes early, but this time it went all the way because we had to do like introduction stuff. And so after that, Deja, Laura, and I went and we walked over to this like fries place, and we got some fries, and we like sat out right on the canal and ate our fries. It was super nice. We were getting like surrounded by seagulls. Like I was so scared we were about to get like mobbed by these freaking seagulls. And so then we walked back to our bikes, and I just biked home. It was raining a little bit, but it was quite windy, but the rain is supposed to end soon, which is good because I have this like interest meeting for the language courses that the university does. And so I'm going to the workshop for the beginner's Dutch, and so that's at 5:45. So I'm probably gonna leave right now. It's 4:30. I'm probably gonna leave at like 5:15, 5:30 for that, and then that is over around. So like, wait, let me prop up my computer. So the way that this event is kind of set up is the doors open at 5:45, but then the first like workshop doesn't actually start until 6:15, and so there's kind of like some time to mingle beforehand. And then after the first workshop, which is 6:15 to 6:45, there's a 6:45 to 6:15 period to like ask questions, get food, stuff like that. And then there's another like workshop period after that, but I'm not going to that because I only wanted to go to the Dutch one. That just allows you to go to 2 if you want. And so I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna leave around 6:45, and at that time it's supposed to be like kind of sunny out, so I think I'm gonna go to Vondelpark because I am trying to kind of work time in while it's still sunny to go there because I really, really like it. I love going on walks, and so I'm trying to like work it in while I can and while it's sunny. So I didn't get any more readings for today, so then when I get back from the park, I think I'm just gonna go over my living information notes before I have that 9 a.m. tomorrow. And then so tomorrow I'm meeting Deja and Laura outside that a little bit early so we can walk in together. But yeah, and then I'll probably go to the library and just do some of the readings because I think I checked the readings for this next one. There's kind of a lot. Yeah, there's a textbook chapter, and those just take a long time because they're like very long, and then an essay I have to read, and then there's some optional readings that depending on the length I'll probably do. And if I don't do them, like if I don't, like I'm gonna skim them no matter what, but depending on how long they are, I might do a not so in-depth reading. But for now, I'm gonna go make some food. So I'm like, I'm gonna heat up some of the enchiladas that I made, and then watch some YouTube until I have to go to bed. I just woke up and it's about 6 o'clock. Please forgive the camera quality. I'm filming this on my iPad because those videos auto upload to my iPad and I edit on my iPad, but the quality on my iPad is really bad. But yeah, I just got up. It's about 6 o'clock, and also I was looking at the clips I got yesterday right after I got up and realized I literally got clips of Vondelpark, and that was it. And then I literally was like, okay, and I filmed a clip of my room to be like the good night clip. So yeah, yesterday's evening was kind of poorly edited, but yeah, so I'm
about to get up and turn the light on and just like watch some YouTube to kind of wake up until probably like 6:30, and then I'm gonna go heat up some pancakes and make something to eat, and then I'm gonna get ready and head to class. I have living information this morning, and I'm gonna meet Laura and Deja early at 8:45, which I think I said yesterday. And then I think I don't think we're getting any new readings we need to do for this week. The only thing we have is the readings for next week. So I mean, we get out at 11, so I'll probably go and kind of get a head start on those, if not start them outright. But we don't have class on Monday, so we have a Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I don't know if you can hear that, but tell me why when you have WhatsApp open, you get a text and it sounds like the first coming of Christ. Like, it's like, oh. But anyway, yeah, so maybe I'll go to the library, maybe I'll go to a cafe. Maybe also someone wants to go to a cafe with me, because there's this cafe that I saved on Instagram that's so pretty. So I might go there, but it also depends on the weather. Let me check the weather actually. Oh, okay, but does that mean it's gonna be sunny? See, this is what I hate, like on the weather app. Half of the day is just wind. Like, it can be windy and sunny too. Because then, like, yeah, it's supposed to start raining at 9. Of course. Of course. Okay. It looks like the max chance of rain is right now. And then at 9. And the max chance is 35. So that shouldn't be too bad. But check out this bitch of a 10-day forecast. I did move to Amsterdam, so all is well. They're just like, tomorrow is bad. That's rough. And then, okay, Sunday we have some sun. And then Monday, again, with all this wind. Like, what does that mean? So, anyways, I'm gonna watch some YouTube to wake up, turn the lights on, and then start getting ready for the day. I know this clip is just gonna be a joy to edit. Just about finished getting ready. I made breakfast, cleaned the kitchen. I've been sitting here for a minute. I got ready. I'm about to pack up my bag, but right now it's 8:09. I'm probably gonna leave around 8:20, like 8:25ish, so I can meet the girlies early. Right now it's like actively sunny blue sky, but I'm nervous about it raining. So I mean, like, I'm bringing my umbrella and I have a jacket that I'm bringing, but I do not. And so initially, I totally forgot, I was planning on, when me and my friends went to the library on Wednesday, we had planned to book a study room for today. But the way the app works, it looks like you can only really book for that day, I think. But I need to go in really and look on how to use it, because I went in this morning to book a room and most of them were already booked. But, so I'm going to see if they want to go to a cafe or something. But that is kind of where I'm at for now. I think I definitely am gonna get a head start on my readings and stuff, because the ones for this week seem a little bit long. Wait, let me see if I can pull this up. There's like a textbook chapter, and the textbook chapters are just, they're very lengthy and they just take a hot minute if you're like trying to like read critically and analytically. Like, this chapter is 31 pages and like the past ones were 24, 23, and that took a while, so it's like 5 extra pages. So that's the like, that's that. And then we also have a reading on surveillance capitalism, and then 3 recommended readings. So that's that. And then next week we have some viewings we have to start doing, because this week we didn't do any viewings. It's like the first week of school. But yeah, so for today, that's all I'm really doing. I'm hoping to see some friends after class, maybe go to the park, get some lunch, but that is really all for today. Yeah, we will see how the rest of the day goes. Hello. So it is, I think, like 1:15, 1:30 right now. I got out of my little class, my last class of the week. We have finished week 1. So I did that. The class was really interesting. This was like a really interesting lecture. I liked it a lot. I'm just fixing my makeup because I'm about to go to Vondel Park to walk. But on my way into class this morning, got violently poured on. Like, oh my god, it was so bad. The classrooms didn't have any heating on in them yet, so it was like absolutely, I was freezing. I was shivering in there. But yeah, so we did the class, and then me and a bunch of friends went to the library and we studied a little bit. Or I worked on my off-screen committee applications. I think I'm gonna apply to 2 or 3, because I low-key, I think that'd be really, really cool. And I have nothing to put on my CV in relation to what I'm studying right now. And by doing that, I would have that. So that's really nice. And so I did that. I'm not super hungry because right before we went to the library, we did stop by Albertine, and I got a 89-cent cheese croissant that was actually so good. It was so good. But so I did that. And then I came back here, and I'm just fixing up my makeup and stuff because I didn't even notice it was bad. And then I got back and I was like, wow, so that all got rained off. So yeah, I am gonna, so yeah, I'm going to head to the park. I'm gonna call my mother, fun things like that. And later when I get back from the park, I think I'll keep working on my off-screen applications and then maybe start on the readings for next week. But I know tomorrow, me and my group for our Living Information Creative assignment are meeting, so I might also just like stay at the library after that and work on that. But yeah, that's kind of the plan for the day right now. Said anything. I went on my little walk, and I came home and I made enchiladas and had a little snack, and then I started working on some of my applications for my off-screen committees. Honestly, I'm super unmotivated right now. This week has kind of taken it out of me, just going. So I think I'm just gonna relax for now. Tomorrow we were gonna go to the library to do stuff for oh my god, our creative assignment, but then one of the girls she couldn't do it anymore, so we're gonna do it on Sunday now. So maybe I'll go to the library by myself, or I'll go to a cafe by myself and just kind of lock in a little bit, because I also want to start on the readings for next week, just so they're not too heavy when I actually do need to do them next week. So that's kind of my plan for right now. I don't have really much else planned for tonight. I'm probably just gonna hang around, maybe watch a movie. I think I'll make a snack later. Probably watch some YouTube and just kind of relax. So we finally finished the first week of college. This is gonna be the end of this first week of college vlog. It's been such a good week. Like, I really enjoyed it. I think there's definitely been like some like harder things, like kind of getting into the groove of things and kind of understanding how it's all gonna work, but I've had so much fun, and I'm so happy to have all my classes with like my friends and having friends who I can go do things with afterward. But yeah,
I think it's going to be a really good school year, and I think this was a great week to start it. So this has been such a fun week, but bye-bye.